guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Rose and today's video is a create a sim for my Not So Berry challenge. We are creating Gen 2's spouse. First things first, I am super excited to have new subscribe intro like overlays, animations, whatever you want to call them. I have one for the channel, I have one for Twitter, and I have one for Twitch. So please subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. And yeah, so let's get into what this sim is for. So in the Not So Berry challenge, we are approaching teenage years for our Gen 2 heir. And that's where I kind of want Ruby's story to start. So this sim is Kai, and this will be her baby daddy, this will be her future husband when she's an elder, all of those good things. And now, if you're familiar with the Not So Berry challenge, each gen has their own backstory. Each gen has their own, you know, reasoning for basically your goals, but it kind of leaves it open to interpretation about how that sim would be that way, or why they are the way they are, or do the things they do. And Gen 2 is very interesting because you have to complete the serial romantic aspiration. You can't get married until you're an elder. You're only allowed to have one child, and you're not close with your child. Your child's only close with their grandmother until they die. They're like a loner, you know, very like not connected in Gen 2 and Gen 3. So I wanted to make the reason that Ruby would be a serial romantic kind of make a little bit more sense, you know, because for her, her childhood is good. Her parents are happy, they're married, they have a good relationship. There's no reason for her to really not want to have a loving, happy relationship and want to just date around. I mean, some people just want to do that, but I feel like I didn't want it to just kind of seem like it was out of nowhere. So I have written up a story for Kai and Ruby, and kind of the story and the reason that things happen the way they do, and kind of, I don't know, some backstory, because I was inspired the other day. I had just driven home from the gym and I stopped and I was like, oh, you know, I had like a light bulb moment. So I opened my notes app and I sat in my car for like 20 minutes and wrote out this story, and I love it. So I'm really excited about it, and I'm going to share it with you guys just because, you know, I wanna kind of see how you guys feel about it, and maybe we can like alter it or add things to it. I don't know, whatever you guys think. So this is the story that I kind of made up. This sim is Kai, and so I'm making him as an adult right now, but I do want to age him down to a child after making him, and have him move into the neighborhood where Ruby lives. And so I want Ruby to meet the new kid that moves in the neighborhood across the street. I want them to become really good friends, you know, as children. They just get really close. They're like best friends. Nothing more than that, you know. They might have little crushes on each other, but like just best friends, super close. And when they age up into teens, they drift apart, you know, they start high school and they just kind of drift apart as friends, and they don't really talk too much. But obviously they still see each other around because they live next door to each other, they go to the same school, all that stuff. Well, Ruby gets her first serious relationship and her first love. Being from a happy, loving household, you know, she's not really, and never having a relationship, she's not really privy to cheating and just people being bad, being awful in relationships. She's never dealt with that. She's never seen it. She's never had a relationship. And her boyfriend cheats on her. She's lets herself fall so deeply in love. It's her first love, and she finds out her boyfriend cheats on her, and it breaks her heart, shatters it into a million pieces, because she doesn't understand, like, how do people do this to people? Her mom and dad were always good to each other, always happy, always loving, you know, so she just doesn't understand how someone could do that to another person. And they break up, obviously. And she just loses all faith in love, all faith in the idea of a good relationship, a happy relationship. And she starts dating around a little bit and really just disconnecting herself from the relationships and not letting herself care about these people and not letting these people hurt her. So she doesn't really care about her relationships, and she just kind of does whatever she has to do to make sure she doesn't get hurt and make sure that she doesn't feel things. So she cheats on people, she uses people for her personal gain, pretty much just going through a very serious teenage breakup, like heartbreak. Now, she reconnects with her childhood friend, Kai, as a teen in high school, because like I said, she's dating around. She reconnects with him a little bit, and she's not really giving a crap about anybody, so they start dating, and she actually starts to feel something for this sim. She really feels something for Kai. She remembers how close they were and how nice of a kid he was, and just how trusting she could feel with him, like how much she could trust him and just know that she was safe. She felt safe. She remembered how safe she felt with him. So I just said safe way too many times, I'm sorry. So they start dating. Like I said, she's just casually dating people, and after she starts feeling something for him, she gets a little scared. She takes a step back, and you know, she realizes that she's starting to fall in love with him, and it scares the crap out of her. And then she finds out that they're pregnant. She gets accidentally pregnant as a teen, and that scares her even more because she doesn't want a kid right now. Obviously, she's a teen. She doesn't want a child with, you know, without being able to love who she's having a kid with. She doesn't want to bring a family, like make a family, when she's not ready for that, when she's not interested in love. She doesn't want to do that. You know, it's scary. Obviously, she's in high school, and she's still trying to figure out how to be obviously a person, you know, learning. And so she kind of pulls back. She pulls back from Kai, and he's not really sure what's going on, but she pulls back, and she, you know, they start going through a little bit of a rough patch. She kind of snaps at him and is kind of distant and mean to try to keep herself safe. She ends up telling him that she's pregnant, and he is like all on board. He is such a great guy. He immediately is like, we'll make it through this. Like, we'll be together. I'll be there for you. I'm not gonna like just leave you. Like, I want this baby. Like, we can do this. Like, very supportive. Just very. He's ready to fully commit and be there for her forever and this kid. And that scares her even more because, again, she's not ready to let somebody in. So she breaks up with him. She goes through her pregnancy, and, you know, Kai is still trying to be there for her, even though he's not sure why she broke up with him, because she never really gave him a reason. And she, you know, is still in high school, so it's a little rough on her, and so she's not really dating while she's pregnant, but, you know, Kai is always there for her. Well, the baby is born, and down the road, when Ruby and Kai age up into adults and their baby is a toddler, you know, Kai comes to Ruby, and he tells her he loves her. He tells her he wants to be with her, that they can fix whatever happened, whatever went wrong. He will fix it. He wants to be with her and be with his kid. And he proposes. He proposes to Ruby, and she agrees, and they get engaged. Now, she is still very unsure about the engagement. She's unsure about the relationship. She, you know, because she thinks that she has to do it because she has a child with this person. And she does secretly love him, but she thinks that she's getting married out of obligation, even though secretly she knows that she really would love to be with him. She just is scared to do that. Well, fast forward, the day of the wedding arrives, and she gets cold feet. She's worried that she's gonna have her heart broken again, that it won't work out, that, you know, something will happen and she will be just completely shattered again. So instead of letting herself possibly get hurt, she hurts Kai by leaving him at the altar. And, you know, after the disaster of a wedding, Ruby and her child move away to the city, and she starts her career in the politician career. Even though she loves her child, she's really not that involved with her child. She's afraid that if she gets close to her kid, that, you know, it will make her open up to her feelings, and she, you know, would then in turn get hurt by somebody again. even though it's not her child's fault. She doesn't mean to do it. You know, it's not intentional. It just kind of happens that way. But Minty, her mom, however, is very involved with her grandchild, comes over all the time, watches the kid, and, you know, will take the kid for the weekend while Ruby focuses on her career and her life in the city. Basically, Minty and her grandchild are very close. Ruby goes through a lot of different relationships. You know, she completes her romantic aspiration, and later in life, you know, she reconnects with Kai again when they're adults. You know, after their young adulthood, she connects with him again, and she explains that she was scared of getting cheated on, that she had been cheated on before, she was afraid to commit and just to be hurt again, to possibly be hurt. So she apologizes to Kai and, you know, explains everything, and he's very understanding, and they start dating again. At this point in her life, she wasn't dating anybody else. She had gotten to a point where she was ready for a real relationship. So everybody that she was kind of casually dating, she broke off with, and she fully commits to Kai. And after years of not letting herself love, she finally opens up and falls deeply in love with Kai, and better yet, trusts him. After she loses her mother, she decides to be more involved with her kid's life, but at this point, her child is a teen and is going through all the teen things and just really has no interest in, like, fixing that relationship at that time. So, you know, she just continues her career and continues her relationship with Kai, and upon aging up into elders, her and Kai get married. Finally, after all these years, Ruby has her happily ever after, and as an elder, her child and her finally fix their relationship and, you know, moving on to Gen 3. So that's the story that I have so far. Please let me know what you think. Please let me know if I could add anything, you know, change anything. I don't know, whatever you think, because I'm really open to ideas, but I just am so happy with what I came up with so far. I think that it really makes, like the goals for Gen 2 kind of make a little bit more sense. And yeah, so we're getting a little bit farther into his outfits now. You've seen all of his everyday outfits. I love them. They are like my favorite thing in the entire world. So for Kai, when I first was like inspired to make him, I didn't really have any reference of like what he was gonna look like, his physical appearance. I just knew that obviously he was gonna have yellow hair, because I like to make the spouses or the parents of the next gen the color that gen will be, just kind of make it genetically makes more sense, you know? So usually I dress those Sims in the color that they're, you know, the next gen is supposed to be also. So like the spouses are dressed in all yellow if that's their color or whatever. But I kind of mixed it up a little bit, and I kind of gave him yellow and red clothes and like mixed it up, because he's with like Rose Gen, he's with the red gen, but he's yellow, and then their kid will be yellow. So I kind of, obviously he's mainly got yellow clothing, but I threw in a little bit of red here and there because I thought that kind of was cute how they would come together and they're both of the colors, you know? And I kind of want to continue that. I didn't do it with the first gen and that spouse, but I want to do it now, from now on. I really like that idea. Now, for Kai's like style, like I was saying, I didn't really have any direct inspiration. I just knew that for whatever reason, I wanted him to kind of be a little bit more of a feminine male, if that makes sense. Not feminine like girly, but just in touch with his feminine side, and very secure in his you know, masculinity, but also femininity. And I wanted him to kind of touch the feminine side of dressing as a male, but also still have masculine elements. And I think that I did okay. I always say this, I'm always like, I think I did okay, but like obviously it's up to my own interpretation for this sim. But I love it. I love a good feminine boy, you know, nail polish, earrings, all the things. Love it. So I really think that it shows in his outfits that he's, you know, got a little bit of something feminine like touch in there, but still he's still a man, obviously. And like his sexuality is, he's bisexual, so he's interested in, you know, both women and men. But I thought that kind of fit him too. Like once I made him and all of his like stuff was like skin details was done and like the way he looked, I was like, he definitely gives me like bisexual vibes. Can I say that on YouTube? You know how YouTube's gotten real strict about things? I don't know if I can say that anymore. But anyways, he's bi, okay? He's bi, and he's a beautiful, beautiful man. I love him. I'm so excited to implement him into the Let's Play. And now that I've gotten all of the story out of the way, I wanted to talk about what to expect from YouTube this year, because I know I've been kind of slacking. I've been kind of missing from YouTube the last few months, and Not So Berry has not been uploaded in, I don't even know, like 3 months. So that's definitely coming back, guys. I'm really sorry about that. Life and all the things have just kind of, I don't know, it's been a little bit like rough getting like a plan down to get videos done, and motivation has been lacking, and just, I don't know, you know, I've been in a little bit of a rut. And I kept trying to come out of it and not quite getting there, but I'm back. We're back. It's 2023, new year. I am excited. So definitely this video, and then afterwards, I really want to do the video where I make his family using the family tree generator mod and age him down to a child and give him all of his outfits and all of those things and move him into the neighborhood. So like show, like maybe do like a little mini episode of like showing him moving in, stuff like that. Now, when it comes to Not So Berry makeovers and creative sims for spouses and just kind of anything that's like not like regular scheduled like episodes, you know, like for the challenge itself, I'm going to be calling that, it's going to have like a little series name, and it's going to be called Bite-Sized Berry. Now, I did not make this up. I love the concept. I love the idea. I love the name. It's literally so cute. I did not make it up though. I did get it from a friend of mine. She has a channel on YouTube. Her YouTube is Living Dead Gal Sims. I give her full credit. That's where I got seeing the idea, and I did ask permission to use that as an like a little theme, and she was fine with it. So thank you so much for letting me use that. I really appreciate it, and we'll have a little Bite-Sized Berry, you know, playlist on the channel for all of these fun little things like this. So this video will definitely be in there, and then the one where I'm making his family will definitely be in there. All the good things. And we'll have an episode of Not So Berry coming out soon. You know, I'm gonna start working. I just want to do more builds. I want to do lookbooks. I want to do CC hauls, just mod reviews, all the things. And I'm super excited about the new kits they announced yesterday. I really like them. I really like the idea of them. They are a little random, but honestly, we needed like bathroom clutter, and I hope they continue. Like, if they're gonna do kits, give me the clutter for every room that I could have, you know? And then the underwear, we need more underwear. So I'm not even mad about that. I'm so happy. Now, I'm almost done with the video. We're almost done here, but I just had to point out the fact that this is the second time I've done this recording, like voiceover, because the first time I did it, my mic was not even on. Like, I recorded this whole like 20-minute video and my mic was not on, so my camera mic was picking up my voice, and it was absolutely awful. So let's all just laugh at me for that. But we're almost at the end of the video. We're finishing up his outfits, and then we're gonna do his traits, and just, yeah, I love him so much, guys. I'm so happy with him. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.